What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Combat Sports Media YouTube channel. And today we're going to talk about, break down, and try to predict the upcoming Canelo Alvarez versus Danny Jacobs middleweight title fight. This fight will take place at the T-Mobile Center in Las Vegas, and it will be streamed live on DAZN. Now, going on to the fight itself, this is what boxing is all about, baby. The best versus the best. These are arguably the two best middleweights in the division, and this is a unification fight. Danny being the IBF title holder and Canelo being the WBC and WBA title holder. And, you know, Canelo, what can you say about him, man? He's a true gun, doesn't shy away from any challenge. He's pretty much fought and continues to fight everybody who everybody wants him to. And, you know, this fight's no different. He's defending he's unifying his titles with the best available middleweight in the division out there today, and that's Danny Jacobs. You know, Canelo has wins over the likes of James Kirkland, Alfredo Angulo, Erislandy Lara, Liam Smith, Triple G, you know, in that controversial fight. You know, he has that famous loss to Floyd Mayweather. So he's definitely been around the block, and he's definitely has defeated some good fighters. And with Danny Jacobs, he suffered an early knockout loss in his career against Dmitry Pirog, who, in my opinion, was a great fighter who was unable to live up to his potential due to injuries. I actually think he was, Dmitry Pirog is better than Triple G. He just didn't get the chance to accomplish as much as Triple G did due to injuries, and his career had to be cut short. But he might not have quite as much power as Triple G, but he was more athletic and more skilled than Triple G. And he had power as well. I'm just saying, maybe Triple G, I think, has a little bit more. But anyway, Pirog knocked Danny Jacobs out in devastating fashion back in the day, and Danny since then was rebuilding himself, getting wins under his belt against fighters they can't punch, and eventually he worked himself to that Peter Quillen fight. He won that in impressive and quick fashion, and then he put on an extremely good performance against Triple G in his very next fight, and that's when people truly started giving him the respect that he deserves. He had a close fight with Triple G, and many thought he won. However, things didn't go his way, but nevertheless, the fans realized what kind of fighter he was after that fight and gave him the just credit that he deserves. Now, I expect Danny is about my height, which is about 6'1". He's going to be a lot taller than Canelo. He's going to have a lot more reach than Canelo, and I expect him to use these things in the fight. I expect him to work off the jab. I expect Danny Jacobs to use his legs and use every inch of that ring, because, as we all know, Canelo has problems tracking down fighters. He has fast hands, but he has slow feet. So, therefore, he's going to have problems cutting fighters off. He's going to have problems chasing people. That's evident in the Erislandy Lara fight. Canelo, it was evident that Canelo was having issues tracking down Lara and closing the distance. So Canelo doesn't look amazing against movers. And that's precisely what I expect Danny Jacobs to do in this fight, because we all know that's what's effective against Canelo, and Danny Jacobs has the physical attributes and the skills to do that. Now, the problem with Erislandy Lara in that fight was he didn't throw enough punches. Credit due to Canelo in some ways for that. But at the end of the day, I expect Danny to learn from that and not make the same mistake. And he's also a lot bigger than Lara, so that will probably help him sustain the punches that he will take from Canelo, and hopefully because of that his own punch count won't drop. Anyway, I expect him to fight like that. I expect him to use his jab, use the ring, and I expect him to use his hand speed, and I also expect him to switch southpaw for like a minute or a few seconds and then switch right back to orthodox, which he likes to do against high-level guys, just to switch things up a bit. But with that said, I got a chance to interview Chris Algieri last week at Madison Square Garden, and you know, he's a part of Danny Jacobs' camp. He handles the nutrition, and he told me that they won't be working with Victor Conte and Snack for this fight, which in my mind is a big question, because in all of Danny's big fights recently, he's used Victor Conte as a part of his team, and now all of a sudden he's not going to use him. So that, I don't know, that just can't be good, because I know Snack does a great job at what they do, and I know for a fact that Danny has been using their facility and working with Victor Conte and going into all of his big fights recently. So now he's not. I don't know how that's going to affect him. I don't know how that's going to affect his conditioning and his strength. Canelo, on the other hand, has all the big fight experience you can have. He has that experience under the bright lights. And I think, you know, you have to pretty much kill Canelo to win a decision. And I don't see Danny Jacobs killing him. So I have to pick Canelo to win a decision or a late round TKO, you know. But one thing is for sure is Danny won't win this fight, because of the fact that he has to kill Canelo to win. And we all know the chances of him actually killing Canelo and making his heart stop is like very slim. So as long as Canelo is alive and well after the 12 rounds, he's going to get the decision. So simply said, I pick Canelo just for that reason. But I expect Danny to give him a lot of problems due to his length and his feet. He could use his feet really well, and I expect him to use them in this fight. And we're not going to see when Rocky Fielding, Canelo looked amazing, because once Canelo got up close and started working the body, Rocky didn't have any defense or any answer for it. But Danny Jacobs is a lot more defensively skilled than Rocky, so I don't see Canelo getting rid of Danny Jacobs like that. I definitely do not, because of the defensive skills that Danny has. He also has better feet than Rocky. He can navigate around the ring a lot better as well. But I do expect Canelo to try to execute a similar game plan. He's going to try to cut the distance and work the body. He's just not going to be as dominant as he was against Rocky, because he's going to be in with a superior fighter. But nevertheless, he will get the decision, because I don't see Danny knocking him out or killing him. So with that said, Canelo Alvarez will be the winner. I just hope it's a competitive, entertaining fight, which I think it will be. But that's all I got to say on that. There's no need to keep going on. You guys get the point. Thank you to all my subscribers. I truly appreciate each and one of you. If you guys haven't checked out the interviews that I did last week with Chris Algieri, Robert Garcia, and Bomac, and Julian Ramirez, please go check them out. They're on the YouTube channel. And I will continue to pump out videos, obviously. See you guys next time.